Hi everyone, good morning. How is everyone going? Today we're going to play some Reentry again. We played that, well actually last week we missed the stream. I was busy and had a few things I wanted to do, applying for jobs and some YouTube stuff, so skipped that last stream, apologies for that. But we're back and playing some Reentry again. We played that 2 weeks ago now. Last time we were learning how to fly the Mercury rocket, and that was pretty fun. So Reentry, if you weren't there last time, is a space flight simulator where you sit in the cockpit of some mid to late 20th century rockets and fly them. And it's a little bit hardcore. It's very much like a flight simulator. But the best way to show you that is just to jump on in. So let's go ahead and hop back in the Mercury. So last time we did all of these lessons. I think we're ready for the exam. Hopefully I remember what to do. This will be a full flight from launch to splashdown. Launch to orbit to splashdown. From the cockpit. So let's see how we go. The name of this game is very much reading and following checklists from manuals. So in theory, the manuals will tell me what to do. But anyway, here we are in the cockpit of the Mercury, and we're sitting on top of either a redstone or a what's the other one? Atlas? I'm not sure. Two types of rockets that the Mercury can sit on, so I'm not sure. Anyway, tower's just been retracted. We're T-minus 5 minutes. I believe I remember the final 5-minute checklist off by memory, so we're gonna want to flick launch control to ready. That means that when the timer gets to 0, this will automatically launch. If I don't do that, it won't launch. Much of the initial launch, I want to arm those two. Much of the initial launch is automatic. Well, not automatic. It's not controlled from here. Besides me just clicking ready for launch, which is accurate. So anyway, I want to make sure we're on UHF. I believe we are. My thumb's just kind of sitting over that. Can I move this at all? Can I move the camera? My finger is like right there. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that's right. Do a quick radio check. Reading you 5x5 on the UHF, very good. I'll switch to high power just for the launch to maintain communications. But I think we're ready, so we can speed up time a little bit. There is a mode where you can sit in the cockpit from 4 hours before launch, which is what you would do in real life, and that's in the so-called cold and dark state of the rocket. Completely switched off, completely cold and dark, no electrical systems on, and you run through the whole start, like all the pre-checklists and the startup. But it seems in this exam you don't do that part, and that part's not very fun anyway. So anyway, we're 2 minutes 30 seconds. I'm just gonna make sure I pull up the next checklist that I want to operate. Run through rather. Where are my checklists? We've done our final checks, ascent checklist. I think we'll just run through that one. So monitor the abort light. If we need to abort, I can click abort. That'll detach the crew capsule from the rest of the rocket. Bring us to safety. Keep an eye on the isolated battery voltage. Can I move this out the way? Yes, nice. Which one is ISO? That one. Keep an eye on that. So I guess if that drops low, then we're losing some power. I'm not too sure exactly why we're monitoring that, but that's fine. Monitor the pressure. Cabin pressure that's O2. Where's pressure? There. Keep an eye on that. Should go to 5.5. And just keep an eye on everything. So Atlas or Redstone. I don't really know which which rocket we're in actually. Say on the rocket anyway, does it? I forget which one this is. Wait, are they very different? Oh, I guess we're in redstone because it's only give me the option for redstone. We're 1 minute 15 out. We'll keep an eye on that one after ascent. So the escape tower will jettison, this thing will jettison in about 2 minutes 10 seconds after launch. So we'll switch to this checklist around 2 minutes maybe. I can work this one up by heart, that's fine. So let's clear all that and just have the redstone checklist ready to go. Okie dokie. 40 seconds. Alright, 15, here we go. Just sped up time there to get us going.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Clock has started.
All right, lift off and the clock has started.
We are lift off.
Yes, sir. Reading you loud and clear.
Here we go. Alright. Just keeping an eye on this abort light. ISO voltage looks good. Cabin O2 fine. Pressure should start to drop, ideally no lower than 5.5. Let's do a radio check. Good, got us loud and clear. Mission time approaching 45 seconds. Starting to angle down. So keep an eye on that because we're going, keep an eye on that clock. When it gets to 2 minutes, we'll start this next checklist, which starts with the tower jettison and capsule separation.
Cabin pressure is holding at 5.5.
Good.
Cabin holding at 5.5. I understand. Cabin holding at 5.5.
Alright, we're like 20 seconds away from capsule separation. Sorry, tower jettison at least, probably not the capsule yet. Alright. This should happen automatically. But if not, I can jettison it manually there. Any second now that should jettison. Okay, I just did it.
Cut off. Tower jettison green.
And separate the capsule. Nice. Because our... There we go. Separated the capsule. Just as the engine finished firing. Now, this will be a suborbital flight, I believe, unless we continue through the checklist here. And get us some extra... We have an engine on our... I think the automatic attitude control is on. Turn that to off. Retrojet thrust off. False. And in 2 minutes we can start the pre-retro checklist. Yeah. Oh, cool. I can look at my rocket there. Nice. We've got a few moments. Let's enjoy the view for now. I guess the exam is only we're only doing a suborbital flight for the exam, not going into orbit. Yeah, just a suborbital flight. It was brief. Retro a couple of minutes away. Prepare for retro. Okay. Prepare for retro. Let's run the pre-retro checklist. 30 minutes for retro time. Seems to be automatic, actually. I guess it's running through the automatic procedures. I'd love to know how to turn off that alarm, though. There's a way, I'm pretty sure. Ah, there we go. Okay, there we go. Just turn that off. Retro sequence is green. Retro attack is not green yet. Right checklist. Reentry checklist. Alright. Arm that. Good. Turn that off earlier. Just jettisoned something. Ah, my engine. Alright. We're kind of flipping though. I don't like the angle that we're coming in. That's not good. Attitude select to re-entry. Oh no, that's not good. We're coming in heat shield up. I think did I switch the attitude too late? I think we're in a bit of trouble here. Yeah, we're definitely in trouble. You don't want to come in at it heat shield up. Maybe it's correcting itself slowly. But once we start entering, it's going to be too late. What's our altitude? Oh yeah, we're in trouble. Unless I can flip around. I think in real life this would be donezo by now, but I seem to be slowly flipping around still. 0.05 is green. 10 degree per second roll rate. I don't know if you check that. Where's the rate indicator? Did we just blow up? I can't look outside my capsule now. It's not letting me at least. Start landing checklist. I think we actually did okay. Alright, landing checklist. Before 30,000 feet, how many feet are we at? Okay, 50. Alright, get ready. $21,000 feet, check drone, drogue, shoot deployment. Alright, we're at 40,000 feet. Feels like we're a lot lower than that if I can see that ship like that, but anyway. There's the drogue. Okay. Uh-oh. Almost at 10,000 feet. Main light should be coming green. Main parachute should be green soon. Main is out automatically. Nice. That would be my airbags deploying, I think. Ah, I did not mean to clear all that. Alright, ready for impact. Are we still falling? There's a few things in this game that are a little bit janky, like sometimes you fall through the ground. I don't know if I'm losing any altitude anymore. I think it is slowly going down. Yeah, okay, it is. Anyway. After impact, we're gonna want to turn off the ASCS AC bus and turn the photo light off. Not sure why. I mean, turning this off makes sense. Quite a lot of stuff is automatic in terms of the re-entry procedure, which is nice. Sometimes makes me wonder why I'm here, though, you know? Alright, we're almost splashed down. Feeling would be falling slightly faster than this in real life. That seems quite a bit too slow. And we have splashdown. Yay! Can this go away? That's right in my way. Ugh. I wanted to keep going and do the final part of the checklist. Anyway, nice, so we did it. Well, that's Project Mercury. I'd like to maybe run that again in a free mission. I was hoping the exam would put me in orbit, because that's something I think there'd be a little bit less automatic procedure. It would be a bit more challenging. So let's try that. But then after, maybe we'll try and learn Gemini, which will be a slightly more complex cabin. And maybe, I wonder if we can turn on it would be nice if we could turn on like random failure modes. What are the scenarios? Let's just do a free play. So I think, which rocket do we want? Atlas. So we just flew the Redstone rocket, but that Redstone's not powerful enough to put us in orbit. We need an Atlas for that. This is the mode I was telling you about before of the T-minus 90 minutes cold and dark mode. So you enter the cockpit and start when it's like fully cold and dark, run through all the pre-checklists. But I honestly kind of can't be bothered, so we're just gonna do Mercury Atlas, which will put us in with 5 minutes to go. Just gonna do something real quick, folks. Don't mind me. Please enjoy the lovely view of this fat Atlas rocket while I just check something. All right. Apologies for that. Okay, let's get cracking. I didn't realize that time was going for some reasons, but we can do this final check pretty quickly. We are on UHF. I like to put it on high power. I don't know if you have to do that, but that's that checklist done. So we can speed up time a little bit now. We'll just be keeping an eye on that abort. Seconds.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Operating, we're underway. You're loud and clear. Roger, we're programming and roll okay. A little bumpy along about here.
Roger. Stand by for 20 seconds.
Roger.
2, 1, mark.
This rocket is quite a bit chunkier than the Atlas rocket, so... I mean, sorry, we're in the Atlas. Quite a bit chunkier than the Redstone. So it's going to give us enough power to get to orbit, which is definitely something I'm concerned about, being in orbit, and particularly attitude control. See if I remember how to operate all this stuff here. Anyway, let's get the next checklist up. That's all fine. Put this on ISO, keep an eye on that. Down to about 5.5, that's all good. Is that about my clock time? Oh, here we go. From launch, okay, that did work. It's tower separation at 2 minutes 10 for the redstone. I'm not sure about for the Atlas.
Bingo. Yeah, we confirm staging on.
Staging? Oh, that was just the lower part of the rocket. So we're gonna go for a while longer, it seems. Obviously, because trying to get into orbit. The booster stage of this rocket is interesting. I haven't really seen anything like that in one rocket. So just like
Edison power is green.
Tower Jettison is good. Too late to abort. Let's do this. So that's green, Jettison Tower green. Auto, turn this off. Retro jet fuse. Seeker checklist. Waiting for a separate capsule. Getting close to orbit. Joshua, I believe we can re-enter. Also game volume down and mic volume up. Thank you for the feedback. I will do that now. How's that? Hopefully that's a little bit better. Tricky to get it right for these games because sometimes the rocket is firing and it's super loud, and then sometimes it's dead quiet. Alright. Just waiting for stage separation here. Separate the capsule once that engine finishes firing. Hello, Mr. Space. Hello, Mr. Joshua. How are you this fine morning? Alright. Should have automatic separation, I think? Or do I have to do that automatic myself? Nope, there we go. Separation. So do these these rockets just stay in orbit back then, because I mean they deorbit eventually, but I guess that rocket would also be in orbit. All right, let's go through our checklist. So we're gonna go to DC, select a main. You sound much better. Ah, cool, thank you. Turn the landing bag off. All right. So at the moment, the attitude control is automatic, and we're facing away from the direction we're going. There's our rocket just there, and there's the lovely planet. All right, let's run through some more checklists. So now that we're in orbit, let's try and manually fly around a bit. Switch that to fly-by-wire. I've forgotten how to do this part. Where's the hand controller? Oh, there. Yeah, right. It was WASD, of course. We can roll a bit. Let's just, for fun, turn around and face the direction we're going. Keep an eye on our fuel level. Where is it? Yeah, plenty of fuel. Trying to be pretty gentle so I don't use more fuel than I need to. I'm gonna have a morning shower, be lurking? No worries. Thank you for the lurk. Well, that's how you fly a spaceship. I was hoping the joystick would move a bit when I'm doing that, but alas. We'll put that back on manual, get us back in a ideal position. Changing. So what have I missed? Oh, there we go. We're back in automatic control now. Well, I don't know what you're doing, Mr. Automatic Control. Okay, there we go. It's taking his time. Yeah, cool. Well, we're in orbit. Let's see if I can re-enter. One thing I'm not so sure how to do is, if you'll look here, we've got time to retrograde. That's the amount of time remaining before the automatic retrograde procedure kicks in. I don't know. Last time I tried to re-enter before that hit 0, my automatic re-entry procedures did not engage, and I tried to do them manually and failed and crashed. So I don't know if there's a way. Can you change? Can you like? I mean, I don't know how to like initiate the automatic procedures without waiting for the time. Anyway, maybe there's a checklist for that. Emergency, if I have to do an emergency retrograde. Retrograde sequence can be started by depressing the retrograde sequence button. Or the fire retro button. Depressing the retro sequence button, which is this one. Or the fire retro button. Use the retro attack bypass switch to bypass correct retrograde. I can turn the cabin lights off and have a nap. Still a little bit confused about this, but just to challenge myself, I want to try and re-enter before 4 hours and 20 minutes away from now. I could speed up time, obviously, but I want to try and make things a bit more challenging. I mean, I've had issues with pushing stuff here, like when I was still very early in learning and messing around a bit. I pushed stuff here and then I couldn't like unpush some of them, so if I push them too early, I don't know if that just locks me out of doing it at all, which would seem kind of weird, but maybe that's how it works. Depressing retro sequence button will start normal retrograde sequence. What do you mean by depressing? Because wouldn't I be pressing that? Let's give that a go. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Now I can't unpress that button. Did it do anything? Yeah. Now I'm worried I've locked myself out again. What if I just start the... Let's run through pre-retro checklist. Maintain retro attitude. Yep, all good. I believe just leave it on auto. Start retro checklist. At T minus 5 minutes to retrograde. Oh, that's the 5 minutes to retrograde light. Nice. Don't suppose anyone knows how to start retro and re-entry before the timer. Maybe if I just wait 4 hours and 30 minutes. I mean, obviously I'll speed it up, but maybe if I just wait. Oh, wait, there was a bypass, right? Ah, have I done it? I forgot to buy... Yeah, okay, it was an auto, obviously. I forgot to bypass. Retro warning. Yep, all good. Turn that warning off. Retro sequence green. Retro attack green. Fire retro. Now let's do it. Fire retro warning light. Yep, all good. Okay, fire retro. I think we're doing it. I just had to switch that from auto. Okay. Keep it on the fuel. It is dropping pretty quickly. Alright. I guess that's enough. That should deorbit us. Hello, is that the official re-entry? Dev, I love your game, by the way, if it is. Try to press the retro sequence trigger again. Yes, I think I did that. Thank you. All good now, yeah. My issue was not having a retro attack in bypass. It was left it in auto. I'm not sure if you caught this, but I was trying to work out how to manually re-enter before the time to retrograde counted down to 0. Cool. That's all done. Let's do the re-entry checklist. After retrojet. The reason for it not triggering at first was because the emergency retro sequence fuse was set to off. Emergency. Where is that? Emergency retro. That one. Right. Thank you. I guess did I override that with the auto, the bypass rather? Let's see. I'm not sure when to jettison retro. Maybe I should do that now. I want to be pretty sure that I'm on a course for re-entry before I do that, because if I am not, then I'm stuck. What's my altitude doing? Ooh, did I just see a shooting star? That would be a really cool touch if I did. .92.5 nautical miles. Okay, I mean, it is dropping. Where's the Carmen line again? I'm not sure in miles. I'm going to trust that that went successfully. I'm just going to jettison the retro. Okay, attitude select, re-entry. Alright, and we wait for the 0.05G light to be green. Retract scope should be fine in automatic, I suppose. How's our attitude going? Alright, still dropping slowly. Did have plenty of fuel left. One thing I did not account for is it looks like I'm going to re-enter over Africa, which did not think about that one. Water would be ideal for obvious reasons, but there's Africa underneath us. Maybe we'll clear it. I'm not sure how close we are to actual re-entry. How's our altitude going? Okay, we're starting to drop pretty quickly. I don't think we're gonna make it over Africa. Where's my rate indicator for roll rate? Ah, that one? There's no numbers on there though. Should automatically detect 0.05G, yeah. Just waiting now. I hadn't looked at this closely before, but the drogue, snorkel, and main parachute altitudes are automatically there. So I guess when those automatically trigger, it's based on, well, whatever the altitude is based on. Air pressure, maybe? I'm not sure. All right. Alright, well maybe I'll speed up time a little bit until we hit that 0.05 Gs. Dropping pretty quickly now. Looks like I got a bit of roll there. Alright, time just slowed down again, so I think it's time. The F3 orbit view will show your trajectory. Oh, cool. Thank you. Hey, it looks like I'm gonna... Oh no, I'm gonna land right in Madagascar. Oh wait, it's changing a little bit. Maybe because of the re-entry. We'll show you trajectory including Earth rotation, so entry is probably a bit further in time. Thank you. That's cool. I don't think I've pressed F3 before, so that's very good to know. Alright, I'm gonna land somewhere either between Madagascar and Africa or just within Africa. That's cool. I guess I can use that one maybe to see whether I'm gonna re-enter. If I could remember the because then I can see my periapsis. But that would rely on me remembering where the Kármán line is in nautical miles. Yeah, we're gonna land in Africa, so not the ideal situation. Thank you for the tips. Appreciate that. Alright, here we go. Re-entry time. We're on max cold. Oh, there's that. 0.05G. Start landing. Checklist after re-entry. Let's get that ready. Trajectory will shrink as the atmosphere slows you down. Yeah, that makes sense. Same as in Kerbal Space Program, I believe. Is it difficult to have it show the trajectory accounting for the atmospheric drag on re-entry? As in like an accurate representation of where you'll land? Because I've noticed that Kerbal Space Program and this game don't seem to have that option. Got a bit more roll than I would like, but maybe that's fine. Yeah, we're gonna land right here. I've not made that, not yet made that, and it's a bit hard to make indeed. Yeah, that makes sense. Fair enough. Thanks for the tips, by the way, and really love the game. I've just started playing it last week, but I'm enjoying it a lot. Very steep learning curve compared to other spaceflight games, but I'm enjoying it. I've only been flying the Mercury so far, but maybe after this I'll try the Gemini. Roll is 10 degrees in real life. Oh, really? I did not know that. Oh, I see. I just clicked what the previous checklist was referring to. Why it's monitoring this for 10 degrees per second, which I think we're about on, right? Is there 9 check marks between 1, 2, 3, 5? It's hard to see because it's shaking. Yeah, maybe that's 9. So each check mark is 10 degrees, I think. Yeah, we're about fine. Great to see you in the game, as it sure is brutal to learn. Yeah. Pretty rewarding though. I mean, already the early checklists I've kind of got down by memory. All right, re-entry is done, I think. Before 30,000 feet, where are we? Okay. Oh, I guess that's for the scope retract. Didn't notice that light before. I haven't really messed around with this console actually that much. I don't really know what all this does. Maybe does that just move my scope around? Okay, 21,000 feet. Drogue should deploy very shortly. Excellent. Oh, what's that? Oh, I didn't put the O2 emergency out. Ring open snorkel. Landing bag on. Main is deployed. Landing bag deployed. Love that sound. Nice. What's that? Oh, that's a drug parachute. Alright, well here we are. In the middle of Africa. Your previous question, landing things are triggered by barometric pressure. Yeah, nice, thought so. O2 emergency triggered by design during landing. Right. Did they ever land any of these early capsules on land? And could they? I wonder if they had ever accounted for that, or always just... Obviously they always intended to land in the ocean, but I wonder if in the event of any emergency, could they land on land safely? Just waiting for touchdown now. I wonder, can I unretract the scope? Yes. Huh. Ooh, cool. I like the filters. Hey, excellent. Cool. Well, that was my first time doing a full orbit and re-entry without the training mission. Well, that feels good. Thank you for the tips. Probably I may have struggled to work out how to manually re-enter. They were designed to support landing on land, but it never happened. Cool. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm pretty keen to try the Gemini lessons. All right, let's just jump into it. I did have a look in the cockpit of the Gemini earlier. I was calling it Gemini until this morning when I watched a video and I found out apparently it's called Gemini, according to NASA. That bothers me for some reason. Congrats, that was great. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that was fun. Huge improvement from last time I played. I think I just got a bit more confidence in reading the checklists. Ah, it's a 2-person capsule. There's I believe I saw something about multiplayer support one day. Is that in the game yet, or is that in the works? Because playing this with a friend would be pretty cool, and VR would be especially cool. But I don't have VR set just yet. Trying to sleep at 4 a.m. Oh, sure. Oh, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate that. Have a nice night. And thank you for making the game. I love it. Alright. Welcome to the Gemini, a capsule sitting on top of a 38-meter high Titan launch vehicle. This lesson will prepare the spacecraft so it's in a ready to launch configuration. More advanced than Project Mercury, contains more systems including a computer. Right. Yeah, I guess the other one didn't have a computer. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot more going on, and I guess this one was designed to be flown with 2 people, so this could be interesting. I'll just explain the procedure, and then I'll highlight what you have to press. All right. F5 to 11 to look at different views. F5 is left. F7 middle. All right. Click and hold scroll wheel. Yep, I know how to do that. Okay. Pre-launch procedure. Spacecraft is powered by umbilical power. Once we lift off, we need to ensure it's running on all the electrical power we got. 4 silver zinc batteries connected in the series in the capsule itself. The other is a fuel cell located in the adapter section generating power from hydrogen fuel and oxygen. Multiplayer, not yet, but it's in research. Cool. Thank you. I'm excited for that. My brother is a fan of space games as well, so I'd be keen to play this with him. Fuel cells are the primary power source. During launch, for redundancy, we want to ensure that all of these systems are powered and operating, done by setting all main battery switches to on and the fuel cells switches to on. Alright. Yeah, so I'm going to be jumping around the cabin a little bit because a bunch of the systems are on the right. I don't know if there's I think maybe this front console looks... Oh, not even entirely redundant because there's buttons there that I don't have access to. Alright, well, that's fine. We can jump over to the right side. Main battery on. Main battery 2 on. I'm guessing main battery 3 on. And what's next? Main battery 4 on. Nice, nice, nice. Spacecraft has 2 fuel cells. Each with 3 stacks, producing more power. This is our primary power source. Set fuel cell 1A to on. 1B to on. 1C. Oh goodness, 2A, and then 2B, and then 2C. Power the fuel cell section 1. So it was in warm-up mode, I guess, before? Main DC bus is now powered by both systems, as in Project Mercury. The pyrotechnics are dependent on another isolated power system, the common controls bus. Yeah, I can already see how startup is quite a bit more complicated in this vehicle. Oh, how everything is going to be more complicated. System is powered by 3 silver zinc squib batteries, should stay on for the duration of the entire mission. These are turned on by setting the 3 squib battery switches to the on position. Common control bus is now powered. Pyrotechnics are used to create short explosions to separate redundant rocket parts staging and jettison components from it. For safety reasons. By the way, you can press enter as a... Oh! Key for the UI Roger button. Oh, thank you. I didn't know that. For safety reasons, this system needs to be armed as well. To do this, boost insert to arm. This arms all the squibs needed during the launch and insertion stages of the mission. Right, where is that? Where is the arm button? Boost insert. Is it on the other side? Or is it not showing up yet? Oh, right, okay. Hi, Leona. I just got here, but I'm glad to catch the stream. Yeah, welcome. Thank you for coming. Nice. Yeah, we're playing some Reentry, and we just had, I think, the creator of the game was in the chat giving me some tips, so really appreciated that. Set the boost insert switch to arm position. Oh, I just did that, I think. For safety reasons, all the four retro rocket engines will be set to arm during launch. Retro rockets. Why is it safer to set those to arm, I wonder? As opposed to safe. I don't know. Because as you'll note, this the Gemini capsule, instead of an emergency escape tower like the Mercury and Apollo, they went for the ejector seat strategy, which I still find a bit wild to this day. But I won't pull it now. But this you pull this, and this ejects you out of the capsule with a personal. This top thing opens and it ejects you out with a little personal parachute. Squib 2 to arm, okay. Squib 3 to arm, and Squib 4 to arm. There's a lot of like individual switches, multiple versions of this, like, iterations of the same system. Next we'll turn on the onboard computer. Onboard computer is AC powered through IMU and main DC blue bus. Okay, where's that? Here. When on, the computer needs 20 seconds of self-test. The computer display and keyboard is located on the pilot side. Which is the pilot side? Ah, right side is pilot. I guess we are in the United States. Wait, no, it's the other way around. Ah, okay, they put the pilot side on the right side. Oh well, it's not like they're driving, I suppose. This computer doesn't even have a monitor. It's got this flicker number set here. OG computer. I forgot to increase the time to launch for this mission, so you should press the hold countdown circle button. Yes, I see that. We're 1 minute from takeoff, so let's hold that countdown. Thank you for that. Something bad may have happened. Both, I think we've done that. Player, yep, holding countdown. Okay, you might see computer self-test running, but the display should be set to 0 when done. Set to 0. It's not set to 0. How do I do that? If it's not, you can press clear. Okay. Will not alter the memory. While the computer is running the self-check, let's set up the environmental control system. In short, the cooling of the spacecraft is done by a liquid cooling system going through all our components. Using coolant, heat exchangers, and radiators and systems will stay cool. Spacecraft has 2 independent cooling systems using pumps. Set primary coolant pump A to on. My cat has just wandered in. Hi, Gemma. Let's see if she wants to say hello. Hi, Gemma. This is Gemma. I've got a cat in the cabin with me. Oh, she's just off camera there, but she's sitting on the table. All right, she's gonna help with the launch. Okay. Coolant pump B is off. Right. So A is on, B is off. Yes. Set the suit fan to the down. She just jumped off. She's had enough. Suit fan to the down 1 and 2 position to turn on both fans during launch. Pay attention to cabin pressure. Alright. It's gonna be interesting. I've just gotten used to the other... where everything is in the other cabin of the Mercury. Where is cabin pressure? Temperature. Well, there's pressure, there's temperature. Oh, nice. Separate to a suit. Huh. Looks kind of toasty in here. My suit is nice and cool, but... Wait. Oh, that'd be about 90. Okay, suit is just slightly cool in the cabin then. Computer needs to be turned on in the pre-launch. And once the self-check is completed, it can be started. Yep. When the computer is running in pre-launch, the computer will spend 30 seconds on aligning the platform. You can see the FDA AIs rotate. The launch configuration. I do not know what that means. Don't interrupt this process. Roger that. The alignment will configure the roll program so it will roll correctly to reach a heading and set a target inclination. The procedures to change these parameters can be found in the flight manual. When the alignment is complete, I don't know how to know whether it's aligning though. It says don't interrupt it, but don't interrupt what? I may have missed something. Configure the computer to prepare the ascent program. In general, if the computer light is green, the computer is working. It's off right now. If the malfunction light is amber, a reset is required. But if the comp light is not illuminated by green, start it manually by using the start button. But do not press this now, okay? All that's left now is to let mission control know that you're ready using the radio command menu. Ready to launch. Once countdown reaches 0, I can resume the countdown. Rocket will launch and ascend into orbit automatically. Feel free to take a look around the cockpit to get familiar. Ah, mission done. Alright. Hopefully next mission we can take off. Ascent. Excellent. Let's launch this bad boy. Hi, Gemma. She's on the bed. That blanket is her favorite thing in the whole world, I think. Welcome back to the Gemini Academy. Ride this Titan II rocket into orbit. Alright, time to ignition has been set to 15 minutes. If you need more time, hold countdown. Roger that. Alright. We have to go through all those checklists from lesson 1. Checklists. Pre-flight. Alright. Let's run through all of these checks. On, 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 on. I have no idea how these other computers worked. I guess every number corresponds to like some kind of... Maybe you have like a lookup table in a book and you like look up what that number means. Alright, OBC self-checks are complete. Yep, that actually zeroed itself out correctly. Ejection seat D-ring mount tool. What is that? Toggle D-ring. Where are you looking here? Oh, I'm sure we'll be fine. We don't need that. Start the computer. Take a look at the commander's attitude ball, which would be this one. Yeah. Oh, right. So we would wait for this to finish rolling. Wait 45 seconds. Are you rolling? I think you finished rolling. Yeah, you're fine. Alright, let's continue. Why are we starting the computer again? I don't get that one. Oh, you're still up. The platform alignment takes about 30 to 45 seconds. You can see the 8 balls attitude indicates roll towards the target on the azimuth. First do a course alignment, then a fine alignment. This thing, I assume? I think it's all done. MDU 72 displays total velocity. Yeah, looks A-okay now. Excellent. Displays total velocity at MDU when pressing readout during ascent. Okay. If I press readout, this will just show my velocity, I suppose. Perform a radio check. 5 by 5. T-minus 30 seconds. Start ascent checklist. Press 7, then 2 on that MDU keyboard. But not important. This thing? 7-2. I guess that I assume that sets up the computer to display the velocity, or I mean, I imagine that like the address puts it in a different mode or something. I mean, this itself is really cool. Like, that's it. Yeah, cool. Thanks. Yeah, this itself is really interesting. How these old computers worked. I don't know a lot about that. Right. Well, hop in the commander's seat, and I think we can speed up time a little bit until we take off. T-minus 15.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Liftoff. Roger, clock to it.
Well, that computer's not doing what I thought it was going to do. Lift off.
Yes, that's right. We got a roll program. Roger, roll. Good liftoff, 8.
Altimeter. Shoot, where's my altimeter?
We have a pitch program. Roger, pitch program.
Keep down fuel and oxidizer. I don't know where this stuff is. Ensure the G-forces are within limits.
Mark, 50 seconds. You're looking good, 8.
Is that altimeter? Is that mission clock? Looks like mission clock. CDR is in the left seat. Oh, commander side is on the left seat. Ah, is it? Okay. Ah, yeah. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was confused about that before. Thank you. Altimeter's going up. Ah, fuel. Temperature looks fine. Pressure, if it's anything like the mercury, should be going to 5.5, which is about right there. Oh yeah, same. Nice. CO2 is high. Use cabin recirc to correct. No, that's O2. Where's C2? CO2, I mean. Don't know what that one is. Let's keep moving. Titan 2 has 2 stages with an adapter in between. Currently stage 1 is burning. It's a much longer burn than that's stage 1.
Roger, staging.
Much longer burn than the Mercury capsule. But I guess they were probably going into a higher orbit with the Gemini missions. Capsule can modify its orbit in flight. Ah, we can actually keep an eye on the separate fuel for the stages, as well as just the capsule. Once you reach orbit, the computer, if it's running and in the ascent mode, which I think it should be. Yep. We'll calculate the distance left to enter the initial parking orbit based on the flight plan. You can increase the Earth texture setting in the main menu. Earth texture resolution high. Ah, thank you. I'm not trying to do that now. Actually, maybe at the end of this mission. I'm not sure that it'll mess me up at all. Just below the FDAI, you can see the IVI. FDAI. Once stage 2 is complete, the computer will show the difference between using the leftmost digit. FDAI. Oh, almost out of stage 2 fuel. FDAI. Just below the FDAI. I don't remember what that is. Oh, is that a space station? Oh, I think they were doing intercepts for the first time with with the Gemini program. When you see separate spacecraft is illuminated, open it by left-clicking and left-clicking the button below it. This will use the Squibs and Pirates separate stage 2. Where is that? Why is this light? Well, it's not anymore. It was green, flashing. Spacecraft separation light illuminated. I do not know where that is. Oh, there it is. Separate spacecraft. And push. Nice. Hey, love that. Cool. And jettison the fairing. What did that do? That thing? Is that what I just jettisoned? Wait, did I do it? Oh, I pushed the wrong thing. I don't see the fairing there. Well, I'm sure one of the next missions will be about intercepting. I guess that's a space station. OAMS enable. Where is that? It's the topmost now yellow sequential light in the center panel. Oh, was that just for separate spacecraft? Got that one. Now I'm looking for OAMS. You know, watching this is, playing this is making me want to watch For All Mankind again. I only got about 1.5 seasons in, but I really want to finish it at some point. I might start again. All this early space flight business is getting me excited to watch that. How important can that be? I don't know what those are. They're not lighting up. Jettison the horizon scanner covers. Oh, right, we did that jettison fairing. Good. The horizon scanners will print out prepare for scanning and start detecting Earth. Takes 2 minutes. Platform will snap to the new orientation at this point. Let's go back to the IVIs again. The IVIs are controlled using the computer. It's frequently used throughout missions. Want to pay attention to this last section of the lesson. Roger that. When the launch vehicle inserts you in orbit, there will be a difference between the planned orbit and your actual orbit. The IVIs will try and indicate the difference. Use the OAMS to try and null them. Middle value, labeled LR, is the difference in plane and is only used as informational data on the insertion. Plane changes are expensive and slow. Should ideally only be done at the nodes. Yes, ascending and descending nodes, I imagine. These nodes are basically the point of the orbit where the spacecraft crosses the equatorial plane. If the vessel crosses the equator from south to north, the thrust should be left to the left to increase the inclination and right to decrease it. Opposite of true. Yep, I know that from KSP. On insertion, this value should be close to 0 if your ascent was nominal. If this value was large, it means the guidance in the launch vehicle has failed, typically because the inertial reference did not get enough time to align for ascent. It requires 30 to 45 seconds to align. The inclination shows 999. Inclination. It usually means the platform alignment step was forgotten while performing pre-launch checklist. FWD. AFT labeled value modifies the altitudes of your orbit, meaning perigee and apogee. If you're at PE, typically when inserted, it will be fast to modify this. If you're any closer to the nodes, it'll be slower. If your ascent was nominal, this value AFT/shift should be close to 0. IVIs is on the commander side. Just under the this looks like it was nominal then, I think. Plus minus shows the direction you need to correct the orbit. In most missions, this value is quite small, less than 10. No corrections are needed, as later burns will correct it anyways. If the value shows a FWD burn, a correction is safe and can now be done on insertion. It's very important to correct a FWD burn if the leftmost IVI plate shows a large value with the plus FWD light eliminated. If this is large, it means the launch vehicle was not able to reach the target insertion velocity, and there was a risk that the spacecraft is now on a re-entry trajectory. If the value shows an AFT burn, care should be taken as you might collide with the launch vehicle you just separated from. If a small AFT burn is indicated, ignore the IVI request. For now, let's try to maneuver the spacecraft and see how it affects the IVIs. To modify your orbit and null the IVIs, you need to use a system called the OAMS. You need to enable this with 2 switches. First, propulsion valves need to be open. We did this in the pre-flight checklist, so verify that prop motor value valves is set to OEMS to open prop motor valves. Is that here? Oh, those are the batteries. That's the fuel cells, I think. Ah. OMS is enabled. It's important that you always disable the OMS system directly after use to reduce the possibility to bump into the translational joystick. Alright, I'll make sure to do that. Now use the translational stick to execute translational maneuvering. Use H to translate forward, and notice how it impacts the leftmost digit on the IVI display. Huh. Translate aft using N. Take care not to hit the launch vehicle while doing so, but play around with FWD and AFT. That's how it affects the IVIs. Oh. In. Yeah, I don't know where the launch vehicle... Oh, is that it down there? Eh, there we are. Little baby launch vehicle down there. Ah, we're ages away. I think my launch was quite nominal because they're all 0. Well, this one was 1, but I instantly corrected that. So I don't know if there's anything else to do. Press Roger when it's less than 5. Summarize how you read the IVIs. Any of the values show nominal data. Less than 10 is nominal when I'm on 0. Correction burn can be skipped. Off nominal values here, such as large differences, can indicate that the platform is not properly aligned during pre-launch. Leftmost digit. Okay, this is all revision, I think. All right. When you're done with the IVIs, set the computer mode to catch up to rotate the mode selector. Catch up. Okay, do I want this off now? I think because I'm finished with that. Don't want to accidentally bump that. When you're done with the IVIs and the correction burns, set the computer mode to... Oh, yep, just did that. So the spacecraft is now in rate command mode. You also have attitude control. Yes, I've done this before. Oh, is that because I just turned off OEMS? Yeah, there we go. Hey, nice. Center the launch vehicle in the commander's window. The launch vehicle is way long gone. You can also translate the spacecraft up and down using LQ. Oh, okay. I can, yeah, it's not even pitch or roll, it's just like full translation. It will be hard to see the effect, like what I'm actually doing here. Because there's no local reference point. Cool. Mission done. That wasn't so bad. I mean, it is definitely more complicated than the Mercury, but we got there. Although the real test will be to see how I go. Without the training, with just the checklists. I mean, look, I'm getting pretty close to wrapping up for today. I'm going to have a slightly shorter stream because I got some stuff to do this afternoon, but I think next time I might go back to the Mercury, and I want to try and just really get a bit more familiar with that. See if I can add in some, like, see if I can add in some kind of random failures and see how I deal with those. I think it would be good to just really master the simple Mercury capsule first. Yeah, because I think so far I haven't had any like failures. I've had to I've aborted manually just for the fun of it. But yeah, also thanks for the stream. Thank you. Do you have any suggestions on how to like run kind of a free play flight but with failure, like a chance of things going wrong? So if I go free play, for example, for the Mercury, I assume this, I think that, because it hasn't happened to me in a few times I've done this, I assume this means nothing can go wrong. But maybe it's in the scenarios, but I'd like to, is it maybe create a new mission? I'd love to have some risk of something going wrong that I have to deal with. So if you have any tips on how to set that up, I'd appreciate that. But otherwise, yeah, thank you. I'm glad, very happy that you were here to give me some tips, but also to chat a bit. Yeah, that was cool. Cool to meet the person who made this. In some slightly more meta news, if you watch my videos, you may be aware that I have had some issues with noise when recording in this setup. We moved to a pretty noisy part of town a few months ago. We just had someone in this morning to look at potentially installing another layer of windows to my room. The windows in our whole apartment are very thin and weak. They don't block much of the street noise, and it's pretty noisy outside. So we're looking at some solutions for that. So hopefully in the next few weeks we'll get something that will improve the noise quality. The campaign has thrown a few at you, but in the main menu settings you can set up random failures. Oh, and I was going to adjust the graphics as well. The was it the texture of Earth? I don't see that at the moment, but I'll have a look for that later. Let's see. Failure states. Oh, there we go. Earth textures. High. Probably won't put that on just yet. How's my memory looking? I'm having some graphics cards issues lately. I think I need to just open up my PC and give it a dusting. But memory is not doing too bad, so we could probably do this. Oh, 11 gig of memory. I'll play around with that a bit later. Failures. Oh, realism settings? Ah, random failures. Nice. Let's turn that on. 1% chance of a failure to happen on each cycle. Yeah, we'll try that next time. 20% chance for mercury failures. Cool. Ah, super cool. All right. Well, folks, we'll leave it there for today. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you, Gemma, behind me, for helping out, as well as the creator of Reentry. Appreciate that. And yeah, thanks for tuning in.